finals trophy. They'll be playing for that in China. We react to losing for the first time this. We are concentrating on 온밤룽판. There is Young, who off the world #1 because all kinds of
in the quarter-final stages. That's huge.
The story of Indonesia is the man in the umpire. Yeah, I think it was just the way that Chen Yufei approached that match, just attacked her, and I don't think Young was expecting it. Whether 온밤룽판 has the wherewithal to do that, you would have to doubt, and that's
as well to be only the second Thai player in history to win this event. I mean, obviously it's day one, there's a long way to go, but Intanon took this back in, I think it was 2014 or 15. It'd be nice to see 온밤룽판 do well here. That's a lovely shot, that whole
opponent. You just wonder how much self-belief she has.
And she's never won a game as well, not just 7 defeats, but she's never actually taken a single game off Young. So there is a huge pressure. Look, just a quick word on the fresh look here, by the way, the Indonesia Open. Copying, so to speak, the All England with the grey mats, with Super 1000, these Grand Slam events of badminton starting to individualise themselves.
And Young get off to a flyer because she's such a good front runner, the Korean.
Yeah, she's actually she's more likely to sort of start slower, Young. We've seen that so many times in matches where she's been behind at the break, either, you know, drop the first or at least move her. She's so balanced, so strong even on the full lunge. If there was anybody that could have that longevity in her career in protecting their body, she's definitely one of those types of players.
Yeah, and the other thing of shots, somehow, and it's one of those things that's really hard to kind of define, but she does.
It's an amazing ability, and it all comes from, well, there's court craft involved. Obviously, there's a lot of work going on mentally, but the fact that she's so fluid. That was a good length off the tight net shot from the Thai.
They keep that particular challenge. Lovely shot.
That is lovely.
Just about doesn't look to be intimidated out there.
No, she doesn't, and there has been 2 or 3. Oh, there's that backhand again from Young, just brilliant. They could sneak something at the end of these games. The risk is for the Thai. I mean, if she goes too early, if she tries too hard to win the point early, the counter-attack from the Korean is always going to do tons. Anybody that can take the initiative against last week.
Kind of thing that will give 온밤룽판 confidence when she sees this kind of thing coming from the other side of the net.
Not just so far in this match. I mean, we've only been playing a few minutes, but watching that quarter-final last night against Chen Yufei, that was what I was most surprised about. Yes, Chen Yufei had a terrific game, but Young on her day would not have gone for the lines in the way she did in that quarter-final last week. And she made some pretty bad errors too.
Good play again here from the Thai. That's magnificent.
Ability to turn the rally around and then maintain that attack. 온밤룽판 perhaps has just squeezed a bit too tight. She's trying. It's very hard mentally, but she has to find a way to control herself here when she gets those chances to just keep the rally going, because as we've seen so far in the match and also last week, An Se-young is very capable at the moment of making errors. That's a lovely shot. I thought
win just because, you know, by most people's points of view, you're the best player in the world, and it kind of just shows you even the best are fallible in sport.
I haven't heard much media from An Se-young over the last sort of few days. That's the reasons for the performance and how honest she might have been about how she played last week. It'd be great for us to know exactly what's going on in An Se-young's head.
The first half of this opening game, but still finds herself out in front. But ooh.
Well, that doesn't look good
Ooh.
for court mats to kind of bed in. They can either be a year ago. She needs to do well here.
Chair umpire asked her if she was okay. She gave him the thumbs up, which was great to see.
Expecting the reply to be at the net.
Beautiful shot, lovely weighted shot from the...
Yeah, this was absolutely terrific. Backhand layoff first, and then the disguise, she's... Well, it looks so easy.
It's a brilliant net shot from An Se-young, starting to show her class now, the Korean.
In many ways, this is the perfect matchup for An Se-young. Day one track record. She's always beaten her. She's always beaten her in straight games. So if there is a kind of measure after the defeat last week in the quarterfinals to come
This week's tournament, but because she went out in the quarters, it means she's playing on the first day, which means she gets a day off tomorrow, and assuming she comes...
As you said earlier, she's had a couple of days off to sort of refocus and to have that day off tomorrow as well, and to have the opponent she's got here today. Assuming she comes through this match, it couldn't have been a better start to the week.
Yeah, and we start... Well, that's just the third.
Great shot. Well, there's been a couple of occasions where An Se-young has played An Se-young there, and previously in the match she's gotten away with it with something terrific. One or two shots later, this time 온밤룽판 just dispatched that cross drive.
That's out the back. Oh, well, that would have been a...
That was an unusual return of serve. I think she was looked a bit slow physically for a moment there, An Se-young. Brilliant.
Like this from 온밤룽판, not
Chance, an opportunity for 온밤룽판 being so far behind to use the time wisely, to find out how she's going to beat the Korean, but it's best right now either. An Se-young's made a few. It's got to be the longest rally we've seen in the match so far. Oh, he's
just the wrong side.
I was fascinated to see during the interval that Fan didn't have any coaching staff down there with her today. I'm not sure something else is going on. It might be that she's an independent player from the federation. I don't think that's the case, but it might be. That is wild. What on earth was off balance, out of position? She looked quite good there, so...
On previous point.
And again, that is way right. Certainly never seen An Se-young make so many sort of cheap mistakes. Both today and that quarter-final last week. And okay, last week's quarter-final, you're playing against Chen Yufei, whilst she's not currently at the top of the rankings. That might have hit the line.
Eyes on.
Yeah, I mentioned it briefly at the start of the first, where you could see An Se-young is still looking a little unsettled. Now's the time to focus and apply some pressure, but do it in a conservative way.
Now she's
off balance, arguably, but going for that attack so early and missing wildly, that's not the An Se-young we're used to seeing. This is a bit more like the An Se-young. She's had chances there to hit hard or apply more pressure. She chooses not to, and that's typical of the Korean. She's happy normally. Oh! I thought I was going to come. For some reason, An Se-young looks like a slightly different player at the start of this second than she did in the way she finished the first.
7-6.
Good use of that punch clear. From a pretty good length, but you could see struggling in defense. Kind of physical issue there that we're unaware of. That makes her want to get through the matches quickly.
I was going to say, trying to finish the rally early, trying to finish the match early as well. Yeah, Jurin pushed her back and then punished.
It's a pretty good lift from that position, but
could have gone either side with that.
look where An Se-young is hitting that smash.
That's long, and it's going to be a 4-point. She is comfortably ahead.
It's a really good period for Thailand's women's singles at the moment. I don't think I can remember a time previously, certainly in the modern era, players from Thailand inside the top 12 in the rankings. We so often see that from women's singles in particular. But for Onbamrungpan, she's actually the 4th as well.
Yeah, I watched Ratchanok Intanon in Singapore last week, and she looked to be, say, back to her absolute best, but certainly played as well as I've seen her for some while.
Yeah, and back inside the top 10 as well now, Intanon. Chochawong at 7, and Katatong, World Junior Champion a year young a couple of years ago, and hopefully for Thailand a star for the future. So it's a really great period for Thailand in terms of women's singles. Busanan.
Not just the Thai women, because of course Philipson's potentially going to be.
Yeah, it's certainly worth talking about when we get to the Shiyu Chi match in what might be 10 or 15 minutes time.
That's very nicely done.
Well, that is a big high clear from Onbamrungpan. And the high lift. I think the tactics have changed slightly in defence for the Thai. She's trying something different.
Well, as you said, there's no
attack from. And then, of course, there's the punch clear, the attacking one to get your opponent on the back foot, which we've seen a lot of today from An Se-young. There's another one. There we go. Forcing Busanan to... Well, that was a pretty...
Have gone out of Onbamrungpan a little bit here. Every time she's kind of looked like she's going to put a bit of pressure on An Se-young in the career.
You're not playing at your best, you still find a way to come through with the win, and it hasn't been An Se-young's very best today, but arguably she's not. But the scoreline suggests it's a very dominant and confident performance.
Thought she might have used a challenge there, that last point. I mean, nothing to lose at this stage. It looked close. Anyhow, she trusted the line judge. I mean, it was 12-10 about 2 minutes ago, and now An Se-young's not far away from getting across the line.
Well, I would say great defence from An Se-young, but actually the attack from Busanan has been very, not predictable, but close to the body, but not at the body. That's a great rally. Oh!
Still going, but she's got she's knocked it in. Enjoyed that. What an improbable point in the end for An Se-young. Looked like Onbamrungpan had to make that.
I don't think An Se-young missed as badly as she did at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose from her point of view, had she had it been a lot closer, it would have been a more.
That's another good rally. Terrific net shots.
Well, she may only have been in second gear, but it's been good enough for her. And so you fancy the Korean will only get better as the tournament goes on. And I think from her